Greetings, Earthlings, wisdom keepers, wisdom seekers. Welcome back to WizdomDropz, your source for daily drops of wisdom and savvy cat astrology. My name is Tonia, and today I am Queen Tonia, for I am always Queen Tonia, but I am celebrating my belated birthday. I am a very late degree Libra, and I know it's like Sagittarius season, so yes, it's late, but whatever. When in Rome, and I was mentally in Rome, you feel? Okay, no. With that said, today's video topic, friends, Earthlings, is about, you guessed it based on the title, Chiron. This is a great point of research in the body of astrology to dissect. It's really fun to look at Chiron for a natal chart because it tells you something very specific that only Chiron will tell. Before I jump into those juicy details, though, be sure to subscribe if you haven't already, because I put out a video every single day of the week. Be here for it. I'm here for you. Number two, last but not least, like this video because it helps more people get this information across the YouTubes. And, I'm here for that to help support the enlightenment through astrology movement that we are all a part of who are watching this video. So like this video and help other people get this information. And really that's how it moves in the energy of the interweb. So no matter what you do with those like buttons, it helps the video get promoted in people's news feeds. So thank you to everybody who does like them, especially those of you who are here every day consistently supporting this channel. It moves me to think about your contribution to this platform. So with that said, we are going to jump into Chiron. Let me share the screen with you and talk a little bit about what Chiron is and really get into that and what it shows you in a natal chart. So I'm still, I'm just showing this screen because it's the new moon that we just had, November 15th. And that's going to be indicative of what we're experiencing under this new moon. But at any given moment, we can pull the chart for Chiron. And that's what today's topic is all about, is Chiron. So it's the wounded healer point. And what this shows you in a chart, as it's currently at the time of this moon, it was at 5 degrees, right, of Aries. What it's going to tell you is where in that person's chart, that's what it looks like though, right? Where in that person's chart they have a very deep sensitivity, a very deep pain, a very deep wound, okay, that is going to show you how they can actually heal through their own woundedness. I call this the ooey gooey marshmallow spot of the chart because it shows you where that person is going to experience the joy of healing through sharing their pain. Okay, so in the instance of Aries, it's going to take on its own attributes based on the sign that it's in. So right now we're all experiencing Chiron and Aries as like a transit, but say this was somebody's natal chart. Say there was a baby born, November 15, 2020 at 12:01 a.m. in New York, this baby would have this for their life, and it would show that they are particularly wounded in terms of themes of maybe identity, maybe themes of individualism, themes of being themselves as a soul, right? These are themes. Also, like carrying their own inner spark is somehow like it's part of their pain palette, if you will, of soul experiences through this time, in this lifetime, maybe the last lifetimes, right? So there's that to consider, but it also shows you how they're going to heal. So somebody with a Chiron and Aries might be able to heal, or all of us under this influence now by transit, through exactly what is the wound. It's like the Rumi quote, that's what it's all about. It's like, let the wound be the place the light enters. That's what I use in every reading I do where I look at Chiron, is that quote, because it makes the most of sense to me in terms of understanding Chiron. So we could be like, you heal through sharing after coming into some type of confidence in your identity, perhaps with this Chiron in Aries. You share healing with others through helping them find their identity and nurturing that and empowering that, because it's where you yourself were so wounded, but now it's like you yourself heal through that means. And it's almost like you have to understand it to heal it. And that's part of why Chiron is so powerful, because in your chart, it'll show you that. So I'm just going to go into a little bit of the lore and the mythology on Chiron. And if you have not already seen Ksenia Moore's video on this, That woman does an incredible job and goes much, much more into depth. But I want to share with you the condensed kind of like, version of this in a nutshell. Like, what can you really experience around Chiron energy based on the lore? And so I'm going to share with you a little quick summary of the lore that is Chiron, okay? So Chiron was a centaur, and centaur is associated with Sagittarius energy, okay? Now, with that said, most centaurs are considered to be kind of like savage beings, you know what I'm saying? Like savage energy, where it's just like it's kind of low vibe, it's like an alcoholic, or it's like a lush. Like they go and they F whoever, you know what I'm saying? They're not very like particular, they're not very refined. However, Chiron was an exception. He was the son of Kronos, aka Saturn, as was Zeus, a little nugget for future knowledge. But Chiron was the son of Kronos, and he was a reject, okay? And he was, yes, a centaur, but he was unlike the other centaurs. He was knowledgeable, he was wise, he carried grace within him. And most centaurs, like I say, they're like, hey, we're gonna go to the pub, we're gonna get drunk and fuck some shit up. And Chiron was like, huh? Nah. And so he was rejected, partially because of this fact that he was a wise one, a wise centaur. How ironic. And with that said, he was raised by Apollo and his wife Artemis. And if you know nothing about them, Apollo was very skillful. He's like the god of philosophy and craft and just many things, herbalism, many, many things. Apollo is a very savvy cat, okay, in the world of gods. And Artemis, man, oh wow, what a woman, like what a goddess. So anyway, there's that. But I'll leave it at that. And moving forward, that tells you a little bit about how Chiron was raised. He was raised with intelligence. He was raised with wisdom. He was raised with craft at the forefront of his knowledge bank. And that's who he grew into as a medicine man. He was the ultimate medicine man. He could heal anything, any wound that any god was experiencing, any pain. Chiron could come and he could heal it. It became his gift. He is a healer at the end of the day. And then one day, Prometheus was like, I'm going to steal this flame for a very purposeful reason. And then Chiron was like, oh my God, Prometheus is about to get killed because he stole this flame. Let me sacrifice my immortality to help heal Prometheus, to prevent him from suffering this death, this brutal reality. So he sacrificed himself, a little bit of a martyr complex perhaps, but he sacrificed himself for something that was a greater good. And I bet you Prometheus appreciated it, okay, because humanity needed fire. And so anyway, with that said, Chiron lost his immortality. Skip forward ahead. What happened? Ares, Hercules, whoever, some Mars associated being, right, came along one day, it was like slinging arrows all willy-nilly, like pew, 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 all over, hit Chiron in the damn leg or something. It was like down on somewhere. What happened? Chiron couldn't figure out how to heal himself. Damn. He had one of those moments where he's like, damn, I'm the wounded healer. I can't heal myself, but I'm the healer. What do I do? And so he was, kind of like screwed because he was in this really agonizing pain. And it was just like, what do you do? What do you do? You as Chiron, you can't heal yourself. And so then what happened was he went on and was, thankfully Zeus took some pity on him, and Zeus was his brother. Remember that? Because Saturn was the father of both Zeus and Chiron. And so what then happened was Zeus cast Chiron up into the heavens, and there he lives immortal amongst the heavens. Yet again, immortal. His immortality was restored, but he's no longer in the physical because that would cause him pain. So he is immortally honored as, a celestial figure. He has 2 points, actually. If you watch Ksenia's video, it gives you a lot more detail on this. But with that said, Chiron is cast in the heavens in a place of honor and dignity and reverence, and it took him out of his pain in the process. So what is he in a natal chart? Revisiting this, what is he in a chart? If you want to investigate that further in your chart, I encourage you to. But I always use the Rumi quote because I think it's very telling. Let the wound be the place where the light enters. And that is Chiron. Wherever Chiron is in your chart, that is the wound through which you can heal and let be the light, just like light, out into the world and heal others. through that painful place. And everywhere in every chart where you have Chiron, it will be a place where you have a sensitive topic. It will be in that sign, it will be in that house, it will be in the fixed star system behind that point, whatever. You will have a very sensitive point. It's your ooey gooey marshmallow point of your chart. Everybody has one, okay? But through that ooey gooey marshmallow, you can be a s'more. You know what I'm saying? Like a really good vegan s'more. It was like really like, it's never going to be, well, maybe s'mores are healthy under some logic because, like, let's be real, sometimes you just need a s'more, you know what I'm saying? But with that said, be aware that there is an opportunity to heal through the pain. And that's my message to you today. Thank you for tuning into this Wisdom Drops. Like this video if it brought you any value whatsoever, because it helps more people get this content and this information. Subscribe if you ain't already, because what is you doing? Put a comment down below letting us know anything you feel like sharing about your Chiron, or maybe a Chiron transit experience that you had. Who knows? Whatever you feel like. And with that said, through next time, until next time, may the stars be with you. Peace.